Good morning, guys. Phil here at Wood Street Farm, and last video I gave you a little tease and said I want to find out if my trash pump has enough pressure to run a couple sprinklers in series. I had done this last year with the same equipment but a different hose configuration, and I found out at the time that it did not have enough pressure. So that was if I was connecting the first sprinkler to a garden hose at the end of a 3/4 hose, and then from that sprinkler going through another garden hose to the next sprinkler. I don't know if that made sense, but the point being, there was pressure lost going through extended runs of black hose and then extended runs of garden hose, and then trying to connect another garden hose to that, and there just simply wasn't enough pressure. So now that I'm running my 2-inch line farther up the hill, I'm running through shorter sections of the black 3/4 inch irrigation hose, and I'm not using any garden hose except to connect my two hoses that are in series. I want to see now if there's enough pressure to make both those sprinklers spin around. So I got to water my flowers up there, so I'm gonna fuel up the pump, we'll run up the hill and we'll go take a look, and then I'm gonna water some more Christmas trees, I'm gonna do some mowing, and you can follow along today. We'll go have a little fun. If you got any questions or comments about what we're doing out here, obviously leave those in the comments below. If you got any feedback on what I could do different or better, I'm always open to that. And if you like this kind of content, you like our channel, hit that subscribe button. You can follow our journey. Our channel is all about us building this business from the ground up. We're in our 2nd year of operation with this 43-acre property, and we're learning everything as we go because we got no background or previous experience in agriculture. So we're figuring it all out as we go and learn a lot from you guys as we post all these videos. So thanks for watching. Let's go have a little fun now. Here we go. Can already hear them, can already see them. Look at that. Plenty of pressure. So are they moving? The far one's moving. That's the one that's connected to the 3/4 inch line. This closer one, I don't think it's spinning, but it might just be hung up on something. There we go. That'll work. It's gonna get me wet here in a second. I got the other big sprinkler down there shooting off. That's supposed to be like a high flow sprinkler, so it puts out a lot more volume. And then over here, apparently when I fired up the pump, oh, this didn't have a hose clamp on it. And it just blew itself off the line. It's actually fine because I'm going to use this line over here to fill up the bin on the back of the tractor. The other thing I'm trying to do out here today is just a little bit more fertilizing of the flowers. We did not fertilize, we didn't soil test, we did all the wrong things. And now we're late in the game fertilizing. You saw me maybe in a video a couple weeks ago. I did some granular fertilizer that I spread by hand over some of this, and just the other day, I didn't film it, my wife and I put down some liquid fertilizer on some of it. Now I've just got a little bit of Miracle Grow. There's just some stuff we had left over in the garage at home, and I'm just going to mix it up in here, and I'm going to do, like, you know, this is like a 2-gallon jug. I'm just going to do one of these per row by hand. All right, next up, we're gonna give our newest Canadian firs a little drink. I started this a couple days ago. I'm just splashing water from the top for these. We had done the bucket drip method with those trees about 7-8 days ago, but they've already completely dried out. So we're gonna give them a quick splash from the top, and hope that serves them well and gets them through the weekend. And then next week we'll come back and do a little bit more. But at this point, it's so hot, it's so dry, we're trying to just keep up with as many trees as we can. As soon as I get done with the Canadian firs, I'm gonna come back to this, I'm gonna disconnect this, and I'm gonna dump a bunch of water up near our spruces. And for that, we can do a little test of how much flow is coming out of that big 2-inch pipe, the lay flat hose that's connected to the pump. I've got a 300-foot section that goes all the way up the hill to our first row of Norway spruces, and I'm just gonna let it run on the ground. I'm just gonna flood an area and let it run downhill. It should be well over 100 gallons a minute coming out of there, so it should flood an area, pretty big area, pretty quickly. So we'll go and test that out after we get this done. Let's go. Like I said, I did a few of these rows the other day, and you can see there's just way more brown ones sprinkled through here than we like to see. They've just really dried out. I've showed this before in case you missed it. These trees here were the plugs, and you can just see how that little root plug is completely dried out despite the mulch, despite our other watering efforts. Our 90+ degree days here in Virginia are just a lot on these little trees. So just gonna give them all a little quick splash. Any of the ones that are already brown I'm gonna skip over, and should be able to get a good 50-60 trees with that one tank. I'll go refill it. I've only got 4 more rows to go. There were originally 30 trees per row, so it shouldn't be more than 2 tanks. Gotta refill my little tank. Bucket's full. I disconnected the sprinklers here at the garden. So let's go take a look at how that big hose is doing. Look at that thing go. In about 5 minutes, it's flooded an area. Let's see how far the water's run down. I got water all the way down to here. That's two rows over, so that's 16 feet because they're 8-foot rows. Got water starting to run down right here. A whole bunch of water running down over here. That's 24 feet, and then that looks like that might be about it. So only a couple minutes, but you might be able to see the reflection off of the water in the grass there. It is just pumping out water. So give this whole area a good deep soak. All right, so if you want to go back and check out some of our other videos where we did this bucket water method, if you're not familiar with that, basically there's just 2 small holes in the bottom of each of those buckets. We place 1 by each tree and let it slowly drain into the ground where it can give a good deep penetrating soak. And it seems like that is working pretty well for a lot of these trees as long as we've been able to keep up with it. It's just a lot of work to fill the tractor up, drive it down there, place a bucket on each one, but it seems to be working. So I'll drop some links down in the description if you want to go back and check out any of those videos. I'm gonna wrap you guys up. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little update about the sprinklers and how we can now run those in series and get some greater coverage area out of that little sprinkler set that I got. And yeah, if you got any other questions or anything, or if there's anything you want to see out here on our farm, just let me know and I'll put it into a future video. If you want to follow our future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye, guys.